Hello, and welcome to Bob's Vape Reviews here in beautiful Manila, Philippines. It's another beautiful sunny day. Every day is summer here. Today, I want to speak real quickly about our vaping rights and flavors. We are under attack, people. We need everybody to mobilize. Liking a post on Facebook is not going to cut it anymore. We need people to know the truth about vaping and how it has saved so many lives. This is life-saving technology. I'm 50 years old. I used to smoke 2 packs a day 6 years ago. I have not touched a cigarette in over 6 years. And I did not start with a tobacco-flavored e-juice. I didn't like tobacco flavor. I went right to Strawberry RY4 was my first juice by Bliss. If anybody wants to know, Bliss was my first juice. Adults like flavors. If flavors was the problem, then we'd have to ban ice cream because kids are eating ice cream. Those are flavors. I like ice cream. So people, please, you need to start calling, texting, messaging the president, your Congress members, your representatives. Here in the Philippines, we need to get hold of everybody we can. We're under attack here in the Philippines also. What happens in America trickles over here to the Philippines. So we're having issues here now also. Enough being said about that. It's for another video. Well, let's get to work. Today, we have a beautiful mod from MCM Philippines, Boss Mao. I'd like to give a shout out to Boss Mao and a shout out to Sir Paul. Sir Paul donated some of the equipment that we're using for making vids now, and I'd like to give him a shout out. And also, Sir Paul let me review this mod, being that it is his mod. So, without further ado, this is the box you will receive when you buy an MCM product here in the Philippines. On the back, you have made in the beautiful Philippines. Slide the sleeve off. Oh, ho, 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 ho. You have the beautiful UDG V stabilized wood. About 150 of these were made. And remember, the Philippines, all the factories, all the makers are small makers. We're talking 5 to 10 employees. Little factories, not like in America or in China, where you can make 20,000 in a day. These guys are doing everything by hand. I still know makers that make copper springs by hand, not by machine. So these are small batch. This is going to cost you around $200 for this. Are you American? Yeah, MCM mods at the topper box. Turn it over. You got your COA. Got the model, the serial number, date, and signature. Nice. Let's take the box up, cover off, and there's the mod. Nothing else in the box. Hold on. No dummy battery. Usually with these UDG series boxes, they come with a dummy battery, so you could run 1 battery and not 2. No dummy battery in this one. You have your front emblem with the UDG emblem on it. Very nice. This is Australian Naval brass, which basically is the brass they use on ships. It retains a high luster, as you can tell. Now these 2 screws right here, when you're doing your maintenance on the brass, polishing it, want to take the mod apart, do not use anything but a pair of ceramic tweezers. If you use anything hard metal, hardened steel tip, anything like that, you're going to mess up the heads of these screws. Brass is soft, remember that. And it's very simple. You put the ceramic tweezers in like this, and look at that. Whoa, whoa. Can you see that? Very easy. Do not over tighten these screws. Do not go ape shit crazy on these screws. They're very small and the threading is very fine. You have a top fire arc free switch with an ultem firing button in the middle. You have a hybrid 510 connection on the top, which I also use the ceramic tweezers for, and it's threaded really, really well. I've never had an issue with threading in the Philippines. They have some of the nicest threading on all their units. The bottom of the mod, I apologize, that's my fingerprint on there. MCM Mod Philippines. Serial number, UDG emblem. I think these are some emblem for don't throw in the trash can in EU, I believe. So it could be sold in the EU. Very beautiful polish. You got battery venting on the side. You have the word underground. I don't know if you can see it clearly. Yeah, there we go. The other side also has battery venting. The pattern of this wood is unbelievable. Kind of looks like his sister, huh? What do you think? Huh? 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 No? No? Close. Anyways, these mods, has a very nice feature that a lot of people don't know. You can switch this from right hand to left hand, all by just simply removing the fire button, removing the 510. Take your time, you guys. There's no hurry. Remove the 510 and switch the 510 over to this side. Look at that threading, it's beautiful. And switch the button here. Nice threading on this. And now she's left-handed. But, word of caution, if you do this, make sure you flip this bottom plate 180 degrees. Okay, you have to flip this bottom plate 180 degrees. Inside the bottom contact, there's one that's a little bit higher than the other. So you need to make sure that stays in alignment with this. So if you change this orientation, you need to change the orientation of the bottom. You need to flip it 180 degrees. So if you do maintenance on this box and you take it completely apart and then put her back together, and you're having issues with it firing, more than likely it's because you put this on the wrong way. Flip it around, put it back together, it'll fire beautifully. So let's take this apart. Take this apart. Now with this switch, which is an arc-free switch, this bottom contact is floating. And then there's another contact where this button is. So when you push this down, it makes contact with this bottom part and it completes the circuit. It's an arc-free switch. It's a great design. But being that it's a top fire mod, you want to make sure your air holes are going this way, not front to back. Because if you do it that way, when you go to purge it, if you're one of them vapors that purges your addy before you take a hit, you're going to blow juice onto this switch. And I'm sorry to say, Filipinos, they put so much sugar in their juice, the sugar gets in the switch and gets it sticky, and you have issues with it firing. So have it going this way, or buy a Mose 2.5 top airflow. You'll have no problems then. Even if you purge it, it won't be spitting out any juice. So keep that in mind. Let's take some quick measurements on her. Oh, hold on, bear with me, you guys. The box itself is 75 millimeters. Yeah, 75. Width, she comes in at 51. Thickness, she comes in at 26. So you're going to be able to put a 26 millimeter addy on here at the max. It's the largest atomizer you'll be able to put on her. I'll be using today a Mose 2.5. But let's take a weight on her. Zeroed out. Okay. Oh, let's not forget these items. She's about 140 grams. That's 140 grams. So she is light. She fits perfectly in the hand. It's really a nice feeling mod. It's well built. Let me get rid of this. Now when you're taking her apart for maintenance, make sure you use the right tool. Don't be sticking a Phillips in here. Don't be sticking the wrong size Allen head in here. Don't be sticking a Torx bit in here. Use the right size bit. Everything is machined quite well. You do not need to go crazy on this. It comes right apart very easily. Real easily, matter of fact. Holy shit. Take your time. Don't be in a rush. That's when you lose things and break things. Nice. See these brass collars? This is one of my... this really gets me really happy when I see that. That shows me that the person that made this mod really cares for what they're doing and really enjoys what they're doing and cares greatly for the end user. By doing this, just makes the longevity of this mod a lot longer. Instead of threading straight directly into the wood and then eventually over time of taking this mod apart for maintenance or anything like that, for polishing, eventually you might get these screws, might get loose or strip the threads. And then you got a whole world of hurt, a whole world of issues that you don't want. So this is these brass collars. I don't see many makers doing that, but that is a great idea. And should be done in all Delrin, Wood, Ultem mods, in my opinion. Very beautiful. The brass piece itself is really well machined. I apologize for the fingerprints. Now when you're cleaning this, one of the best investments you can make is this right here. It is a brass brush and costs about 50 peso. Or $1 American. Why, Bob? This is very good for cleaning your threads. And that is where most of the time you have issues with your mechanical mods. It's because of grounding, thread problems. Especially if you've got those screw battery caps on the bottom of the mod. You'll have issues like that. So, buy yourself one of these and save yourself a lot of headache. Clean your threads. Even with this 510, just take the brush and go along the sides like this. Clean the threads out of any juice. Most importantly, take the switch apart and do the same thing. Clean them threads really well. You want to get them beautifully cleaned. Now the switch itself comes apart quite easily. You just move this black plastic ring right here. See? And that unscrews. Then this is a silver plated copper contact, and then you have another silver plated contact at the top, and you have a spring in the middle. This all needs to be taken apart and cleaned. Make sure you clean the edges of the contacts so it goes in and out without any issues, okay? Putting her back together is quite simple. Take your time. Set your screws in there. Use the right size tool. Go in there and start the screws. And because of those brass collars, you're guaranteed good threading right from the beginning. No guesswork, but take your time. Don't go in a hurry. Then go back to the first one and give it a little bit of snugness. There you go. Boom. Little snug. Boom. You're not tightening down the lug nuts of your car. Remember that. This is well machined. You don't have to go ape shit crazy tightening this stuff. So take your time. Once again, this is really a beautiful mod. Let's try some batteries. I'm using VTC4, and I like to put my switch down Addy up. I'm using a Mose 2.5 with the Ultem sleeve. Nice. Thank you, Boss Smile. I love this Addy. This is one of my favorite Addies. You will see me using it in a lot of my reviews. I like to screw the 510 disc on first, and then I'd like to screw it into the mod. Be very careful, please, you guys. This is a series mod, fully mechanical. Make sure you have your 510 pin is sticking out. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't mess with a mod like this, please. I'm sorry to be a dick, but we need people not getting hurt. We don't need any more bad press because of vaping, okay? And we don't need any more trouble from that. Whoa. Immediately sparks right off. Hit the button. No delay. No nothing. I'm going to juice her up. What am I using? Sir Paul. Thank you for the concentrate. I made this juice. This is a bacon flavor. Baboy flavor for Filipinos. This is very good. For you guys in America, start getting your juice making skills going since the flavor bans. Okay? Let me put a little juice in here. Now she's series, so remember people, your Ohm's law. Make sure you have the proper coils for a series style mod. Okay? Don't go crazy sub-ohming with series. You can't. Ooh. Wow. Big old cloud. I tell you what, this is not for the lighthearted. This thing throws mad cloudage. Mad cloudage. This is really a nice Addy. A really nice mod setup with the dual 18650 using the VTC4 batteries. This is really nice. I'd highly recommend it. At the price point, it was missing the dummy bat and I had to do a little bit of polishing on it. My grade for this mod is going to be an 8. Looks wise and build wise, it's a 9. But because it did not come with that dummy battery and I had to polish it myself, I'm going to give her an 8. So take it for what she is. It is a beautiful box, stabilized wood, the UDG V. I'll be doing more reviews later on today. I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you found it helpful. Please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I appreciate it. Any comments you leave, I do try to get back to you ASAP. Thank you guys and have a great day. Fight for your right to vape. You vape, you vote. Please, you guys. Take care, be safe, and peace.